Doesn't want to have two defeats on the board. He's got a decent record against James Wade, but he has to win this one tonight, you feel, Rob?
Well, you're totally right, Nigel. I mean, he's still got Van Gerwen, Barney to come, and Phil Taylor. So, you know, when we're only talking about 9 games, and then two people will get eliminated, it is a must-win. You cannot. Not only are you going to lose 2, you're going to go into the 3rd match with all that extra pressure. Wadey with the 2 points on the board is going to feel a little bit more relaxed. But Andy Hamilton last week really let Robert Thornton off a little bit in the early part of the game. He can't do that against James Wade, because James Wade punished Wes Newton for his missed doubles last week, and he's coming back into some good form.
One thing you can be sure of is that Andy Hamilton will fight every step of the way. He'll never give up. He's the comeback king on many occasions, but this fella, as Rob just said, coming back into form, James Wade, and 7-4 victory over Wes Newton last week. Modest at 87.32 average for Wadey. But the most important stat was that he got 2 points on the board with that victory, and how he'd love to make it 2 out of 2. Already seen a Barneveld masterclass tonight. If you've just joined us,
96.
We've seen Barneveld get the better of Wes Newton 7-2 in double quick time. This is the second of 5 matches tonight under the new format for the McCoy's Premier League here in Aberdeen. Down the board for Wade, working quite nicely already in this match.
Oh yes, if you only just walked in, you did miss an absolute masterclass, as you say, from Barney. Great to see him back on form, great to see him taking them checkouts out. But as you said also, this man, Andy Hamilton, 99. I call him the street fighter. He really is a tough cookie to crack. And James Wade is already starting to use the bottom of the board, using it very well, and he goes straight down. That's what I like to see in a player, Nige. As soon as the first dart covers it, go for the open targets.
49.
Hamilton, who along with Kevin Painter was a debutant in last year's Premier League, acquitted himself well. So did Kevin as well, we recall. And world finalist, former world finalist Andy Hamilton as well, which went a long way to getting his place in the Premier League last year. Terrific crowd, packed house here in Aberdeen tonight. Came in very late, and there is a terrific atmosphere on this Valentine's night here in North East Scotland. Everybody loving every minute of this. They've already been served up a treat in the first match of the night. Which way will this one go? Has to be said. James Wade looking good now. Can he take this out for a breaker throw? And a wonder lead, 80 he needs.
Well, this will certainly settle him down, Nige. And now this will go nearer double top than it will anything else. Double top, one of his favourite doubles on the board. Oh, and that is well low, and you can see in the expression of his face where he was disgusted in that. So Hamilton now going to get 2 darts, double top, to hold his throw, and really important to hold his throw this early on.
Brilliant, middle of the bed. No mistake from Andy Hamilton. He's off and running, and James Wade will be annoyed. Well, you could tell he was annoyed with his reaction to that missed shot at a double. It fell well short, and Hamilton pounced and punished and held his throw, and that was important for the Hammer.
Yeah, I mean, if Wadey would have put the dart on the wire, he wouldn't have been so disgusted, but it was a good inch low. Early match nerves perhaps there for Wade. But now he's got to hold on to his throw. Mustn't let the Hammer get in front of you, because if he does fight, he will give himself chances on your throw, because he keeps just menacing the treble 20.
58.
That's a bad shot from Wadey, so he's let Hamilton back in this leg. As long as Hamilton can pin a couple of trebles.
10 players in 2013 in the McCoy's Premier League. 2 are relegated, eliminated, whatever you like to call it, after 9 weeks. And the top 4, after 14 weeks, head into the playoffs. It's a new format, and it means there's going to be interest at the top and the bottom of the table right the way through. Because when the 2 players leave us and mean that it's 8 players for the final 5 weeks, the race for the playoffs will hot up, no doubt about that. It's going to be fascinating to see how it works out. Will this man be in the equation, Andy Hamilton? James Wade one of the strongly fancied to go all the way. And Wade switching down the board. The machine.
96.
Well, he's been using that treble 19 really well already this evening as James Wade. As you said about Hamilton, this man made the playoffs last year and really no one give him that chance. But he won games that other people wouldn't win. And again, the treble 19 is being hammered in this game. Well, the 120 for Hamilton is a nice little shang on the 20s. And Wade, is he going to stay on that treble 20? Sensible shot that Nige, because he already had a bit of a range on the treble 20, and he needed to have a dart at the double, which he's not done.
This would hurt James Wade. It'd be against the throw if he could take this out. Lovely start, 20 for Tops. Tops for 2-0, Andy Hamilton. Wade can only watch at the back of the stage. What a finish that was! Looked as though it might have blocked the bed at one stage, but that is a fantastic finish from Andy Hamilton. Takes out 120, has a 2-0 lead, and a break of throw along the way. If he can hold his throw here, 3-0 is more than handy.
Ironic that Robert Thornton took the 120 out against Hamilton last week to get control and finished off the game. 120 has given Hamilton total control. Holds his throw here, 3 legs to 0 up. And James Wade, well, it's going to be an uphill battle, especially without hitting the treble consistently. Wade's only hit 140, and yet Hamilton not yet to hit a 140 or a maximum. But is he going to change that with these 3 darts?
140.
Slight deflection with the last dart. Has to settle for the ton 40. Wadey, with all his magnificent achievements in the game, in a relatively short career so far,
96.
several majors on his CV, but still only halfway down the pecking order with the experts, the bookies, in terms of outright winner or qualifying for the playoffs. He's not one of those that is up there strongly fancied.
131.
Andy Hamilton playing quite nicely here and putting pressure on Wade.
That 120 certainly giving Hamilton plenty of confidence. We call it chasing the trebles around the dartboard, and he's certainly been doing that really well. We're enjoying the darts, that's for sure. And that's another perfect dart for Hamilton. You know, as a dart player, he's going to be really disappointed not to put another one, and he will be disappointed with that.
Coming up after this, Gary Anderson, Scotland's very own, against Simon Whitlock. Imagine the atmosphere as Wade hits 2 treble 20s. First 180 of the match goes to James Wade. The t-shirts say it all.
Well, it just shows you how 3 darts can perhaps change the whole context of the game. And now double 19, and he's look, it looked like he should have come to the left, but he's gone to the right. Big dart for Andy Hamilton, pins it in the corner, takes out 120 the previous leg, as we see the double 19 go in, and that was a hammer blow.
World-class finishing from Hamilton. That replay of the finish just showed how he managed to
44.
Squeeze it into the double. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And some of the effort that the supporters have put into dress for the occasion here in Aberdeen tonight is as impressive
99.
as the standard of the play on the big stage.
That's about the size of the dartboard I'd need nowadays, Nige, I think. But certainly Hamilton now,
58.
big command in this game. He's just got to keep focused, stay straight, as we say, force the mistakes on James Wade. We know Wade will not give up. He just needs to get this first leg on the board.
James Wade won't give up, but we know what a tough customer Andy Hamilton is, and he's playing quite beautifully with a throw like that. Just hit a nice ton 40, averaging 98.6. He's got a 3-0 lead on the board, and Wade is under pressure here. This leg is his throw, and he can't afford to lose this one. Simple as that.
Well, both textbook throws. the only one that's working at the moment is Hamilton, as we can see by the averages.
100.
A good 6 points. Nearly 7 points difference now, which is huge. He should get 6 darts. He will get 6 darts from 162 now, Hamilton. And the way he's playing, Nigel, you've got to fancy him to take it out in the 6 darts.
Treble 20. He was looking for there. Oh,
94.
treble 18. Lovely last dart. Leaves 68 for Andy Hamilton. And James Wade, you get the feeling he's in a bit of trouble here.
60.
It's most unlike James Wade.
68.
Now, Hamilton, can he get a second break of throw? 16, double 16 he can go for here now. Double 16 for 4-0. And who would have thought that? And what about the finishing from Andy Hamilton? He's only missed one shot at a double. 4 out of 5, 80% with finishing like that. And James Wade is quite simply stunned.
Well, Wade is not forcing any mistakes on Hamilton. He's making it so easy for him at the moment, and that's why them doubles are going in. You've got to start to pressure your opponent. And James Wade's got to start doing it right here and now. Otherwise, Hamilton is already running away with it, but will run away with the win. It is a solid performance, just under the 97 average, 80% on doubles. That is absolutely perfect.
Crowd can't believe what they're seeing either. James Wade all over the place at the moment. And for Hamilton, if he can hold his throw here, he'll be 2 legs away from the match. Playing quite beautifully.
140.
Third ton 40. Wade has only managed one so far.
I think that hurt Wade when he hit the maximum to leave 32. And Hamilton took the shot out. You're sitting back thinking, give me a chance, I'm back in the game. And then your opponent punishes you big time, and that's what Hamilton's done. And you can see the confidence in him now. The throw is lovely and strong, head is still, good solid release of the dart. And another 140.
Well, I love the 180 there, but you could see from his reaction the 140 is perfectly fine, and he's more than happy with that. He knows that he's doing his job superbly. How can James Wade get back? How can he bounce back from this? 2 breaks of throw against him already. And if Hamilton can take this out, it'll be a 12 dart leg. Treble 20 he'll go for now. And James Wade nowhere near a finish.
60.
So Hamilton's going to be back for 5-0.
That's the problem. Wade is not putting any pressure on Hamilton, making it so simple for him. These sort of shots
60.
are a lot easier when your opponent is 9 darts away. If Wade wanted, say, 40, this shot, maybe only 1 dart and a double, that's a lot different. But what Hamilton now, probably middle of the bed. Well, not quite in the middle, but that's the confidence of Andy Hamilton. Takes out the double 4, 5 legs to 0. Wade has just got to play 1 leg at a time, Nige. Mustn't start thinking about the end of the game.
The end of the game maybe soon. And who can really have expected this? We know that Andy Hamilton is the king of the comebacks, but James Wade has got to dig deep here. But Hamilton is full of confidence. That's his first of the night. He hit 4 last week, and Andy Hamilton is in tip-top form here. And James Wade, in week 2 of the Premier League,
58.
is in deep trouble.
Wade looks very frustrated. This man certainly doesn't. I don't think you can be any more confident than him right now. Certainly he should close the game out from here, but he was 5-1 down to Robert Thornton last week, got it back to 5-all. Well, you then lost the match, but it's possible to get it back. You've just got to stay in there. As Wade hits his second maximum, will that kickstart Wade's game?
The beauty of the Premier League, you're 5-0 down and bang, you hit a 180. You never know what's round the corner in this competition. Down the board, Hamilton using that treble 19.
I said it before, he's not doing a lot wrong at the moment, Andy Hamilton. Even his bad 3 darts, he managed to pick up 1 treble in those 3. But certainly Wade now was going to get 3 darts from 65, possibly 2 darts at double top. And he needs to hit it. He needs to get this first leg on the board. It might settle him down, it might give him a little bit of confidence.
84, James requires 65.
That's an important last dart from Hamilton, leaves the ton if he gets the chance. Tops away to get a leg on the board. Important. That's vital. Maybe this game isn't all over yet. Is that the comeback? Well and truly on. Don't rule him out. This is the Premier League and anything can happen. Could do with a treble.
97.
All he's got to do is just hold his throw, Andy Hamilton, and he'll be home and dry with a terrific display. This man, as you say, Rod, just going to take a leg at a time. Might seem like an old football type cliche. One game at a time. This case, 1 leg at a time for Wade. See if he can just get his way back into it. But Hamilton is stifling him with a terrific display.
That's exactly what he's got to do, Wade. Hasn't got to worry about
99.
losing the match. That will put you right on a downer. He's just got to take 1 leg at a time. But you feel that against the throw, he's got to look at 12 darters, because Hamilton up to a 99 average now, 83 on the doubles. Doesn't get much better than that, and if you're going to beat him, you've obviously got to throw 12 darters against the throw. That's as simple as that.
Hamilton, 2012 world finalist at the Alexandra Palace. Staying up the board here. Oh, lovely tongue 40. Absolutely magnificent. Just at the right time. If he holds his throw and wins this leg, he's assured of a point. His first point of the Premier League campaign. He gets to 6 legs and you know you're assured of a draw at least. And then it would take some comeback from Wade to steal a point. It's a tall order. This may not be the biggest crowd the Premier League players play in front, but I can assure you it's one of the noisiest. And now we've got a fly that doesn't take kindly to James White. Just a little bit of a concentration lapse now. He's got to focus, and focus absolutely perfectly, but needs another one of those to put even a little bit of pressure on the 72. Now Hamilton may only get 1 dart at a double, and a game can change on 3 darts. Hamilton misses, Wade takes out a big shot, he's back in it. Treble 16, double 12. 16 for tops now for Hamilton for 6-1. This to guarantee a point.
32.
And that is only the 2nd time he's missed a shot at a double. This would hurt Hamilton if Wade could have taken that out. Another one of those would do nicely.
100.
So, tops to Hamilton for 6-1. And that first dart of Wade's was so close to being in. It was a real good thrown dart, but it weren't in. So Hamilton now, double top. And that is a perfect guide. Just slide it down the flight, onto the barrel, and in the double top. 6 legs to 1. Andy Hamilton leads James Wade. And no one would have predicted this score at this moment in the game. But Wade, as a true professional, kicks off the leg with a maximum. He's 3rd of the match. Hat-trick of 180s for a man who's 6-1 down. How do you explain that? Astonishing here in Aberdeen.
93.
Only 2 tongue 40s, Hamilton's got 5. Yeah, it's those tongue 40s that he's not hit enough of. He's not really pushed Andy Hamilton on his throw. So now Hamilton 1 leg away from his first victory in the Premier League here in Aberdeen, the Granite City. And certainly it's been a good, solid granite performance from Hamilton. Certainly has. We remind you, this man needs to win 5 straight legs now to steal a draw.
129.
Highly unlikely against a fella like this, Andy Hamilton. Such a courageous character. There's an air of anticipation around the AECC as Scotland's very own Gary Anderson prepares to take on Simon Whitlock in the next match. What a match that promises to be. Tops for Wade now. So second leg on the board. Well, it's all gone horribly wrong. What a way this would be to close the match out, to take out a 1-3-4. He's already done a 1-2-0.
He's got to stay there. I would not change. Well, I personally would not have changed. Look at that treble 20. Absolutely perfect. You got your line, you got your length. Should have gone for the double 7, but Wade hits the double top for his second leg on the match. And in that sort of situation, Nige, when you've already got that range, a perfect dart sitting the treble, I can't understand going all the way over to the left-hand side of the dartboard. You need that third dart to be the double.
Hamilton's victory charge is stalled. So Wade now needs to win 4 legs on the trot to steal a point, but not with darts like that.
80.
Recovered with the last dart, but Hamilton will want to see the job out in this very leg. He will want to be walking off stage in the next 3 minutes or so.
Well, Hamilton will be saying a nice little level 15, level par as we call it, will suit him. It forces his opponent into that 12 dart leg that I talk about, but that's what Wade has got to do. He's got to do it, and there we have the averages, still a huge difference, just under 99 to Hamilton. Good, solid performance we keep saying, and with that 67% on doubles.
Wade, he averaged less than that last week in beating Wes Newton. 87.32 was his average last week. Hamilton switching down the board now and edging ever closer to his target. And as we said at the very start of this match, a big game for Andy Hamilton. And next week in Bournemouth, he'll face Gary Anderson. But he's got Michael Van Gerwen. And next week in Bournemouth, James Wade will be up against Adrian Lewis. Premier League full of twists and turns over the 14-week schedule, particularly this year now with the advent of elimination after 9 weeks for 2 players.
Well, a massive chance here for Wade, but still to come. Gary Anderson against the wizard Simon Whitlock. What a game that's going to be. Could be draw all the way. Following that, well, box office tonight. Phil the Power Taylor against 2-time champion jackpot Adrian Lewis. And rounding off the night, Michael Van Gerwen, the new kid on the block, against the Scotsman Robert Thornton. What a night of darts, Nige.
Tops for Wade for a break of throw.
40.
Now Hamilton's previous visit
144.
has left him with a lot to do here. 144 he needs for the match. So his previous visit has really cost him. To what extent we shall see now as James Wade comes forward to stay in the match. Double 10, and there'll be belief that this man can steal a draw.
First break of throw for the machine, and again